Hello and welcome to my last ditch attempt at trying to do something useful today. Not that you can tell by my screen at the moment if it's recording, because I have a slight hunch that it might not be. We're here on Minecraft because I have spent all day making this, and here it is. I mean, I'm sounding nonchalant. I'm sounding like I wasted a ton of time, but by golly, I am impressed. Okay, and well, I'm not really impressed with how I've spent today, but I am quite impressed with what I've actually uh, done with the waste of time that was today. um, yeah, as you can sort of tell, I fulfilled my wishes of last episode, of me saying, "Oh, I'm sort of trying to find an excuse to play Minecraft these days," and I've done that. I've loaded up Minecraft. I don't even know. It was like yesterday or something, and I said, you know what would be fun? Let's hop on my world for a bit and see what we can do. And I did some stuff. I made a big map. That was pretty much it, really. I flew around a bit, made a big map, and yeah, that was all of my survival journeys yesterday. Didn't take that long, I don't think. But actually, what did I do yesterday? I didn't do much, did I? No, that's a bit of a disappointment. Um, but as usual. But today was even worse because as soon as I woke up, I just got to work on this and took all day because you know why? I was following tutorials on how to make 4 quadruple piston extenders, and I found, well, I was finding a bunch of random stuff that only worked on Java, and I kept on trying to make them, and they never worked. And then I finally came across one which was pretty okay. It was semi working, and it looked pretty compact and nice. So I thought, let's replicate that. And so I did that. Oh yeah, no. What spawned all of this was, well, after finishing my map, after making the big map, which in my survival world would have gone smack bang right here. Do I have stairs on me? Oh, sheesh. Okay, I've got stairs. I can just do a little replica of what I was doing. I had a map just on this table, and I was just sitting here. I was going, oh, what a nice map, all right. And I walked over here, and boom, just an enormous explosion, just like immediately got rid of all my hard work. Except it didn't. Most of the stuff fell, and so I was able to pick them up and put them back down. But that made me realize, you know what, this house, quite obviously, because this is not quite how it looks in the real world, but in the real world, in real life, but it's not quite secure, is it? There's a big hole through here that anything can just come in, and there was just a big hole here that the creeper, uh, presumably just walked right in, whilst I wasn't looking, just exploded everything, and yeah, I thought, you know what, that's a good idea to maybe make this place a little bit more secure, and so adding doors was my idea. And I thought, you know what, I really like this shape. Well, there was a shape here, but it's not exactly here right now. I like this shape, so I thought I really want a piston door, because no other door shall suffice for my extremely redstone oriented house. And so that's what I did. I made a piston door today, trying to follow tutorials and stuff. But like I said, the tutorial had a bit of an issue. Basically, when the piston extenders would extend, well, there was several iterations, right? I first tried to make the pistons just like make this powder. What do I even call this? Concrete powder. Yeah, but it's a bit weird to call the stuff you're building out of concrete powder. I don't really think that's. I'll just call it concrete because I don't know. It sounds a bit more legit. At first, I was just trying to push the bottom bit of the concrete powder, calling it concrete powder anyway, to the side so that it locks in place. Because this is it's a big shape. It's a big wall. I don't want to have it. I don't want to every single time I'm opening the door, the pistons going down one by one, going like and then the concrete powder's going down like and I have to sit here for like 5 seconds, and then once it's all done, I can walk through, and that would be just a bit awkward. And so I thought, you know what, let's make it so that it locks in place when it rises up, and so that's what I did. Originally, it was with the concrete powder and some sticky pistons that just pushed it to the side and locked up to the stuff at the top, as it did. And turns out that didn't work, because when the sticky pistons retracted and the concrete powder fell, the ones that were pulled back would fall slower than the ones that were already falling, so it would just break as soon as it hit the pistons. And that was no good. So change the design so that as soon as these pistons push up the concrete powder and then retract for like a single millisecond, these two pistons would just immediately push forward and block the powder from going down. And yeah, that seemed to have worked. And there was one problem though, because the design had a flaw, and that was these sticky piston, well, the piston extender, the four piston extender especially, and so I built the four piston extender first because, you know, it was the more difficult option of the two. I needed a 4 and a 3 right next to it, and so I built this first, and I thought, you know what, I'm not bothered following another piston, a triple piston extender tutorial, so I literally just linked up the half of the quad piston extender to the triple piston extender, and it literally worked. It was like a genius big brain moment, and well, not that I knew it would work, it surprised me that it did, but the triple piston extender works flawlessly. It literally 100% success rate, and I haven't had to touch it since I connected this all up. But the quad piston extender, it had a problem, and that was when the pistons would rise, it would stutter. It would go up and then down and up and then up a bit more and then down and then up a bit more, and that would break all of my powder, and I couldn't have that, right? It would just be inconvenient. Every single time I close the door, it would just like break, and you don't want that. So I was looking for a solution for half the day. I literally gave up on this design, right? Well, I was okay. So originally I was building over here. This is my this is my original replica of that replica, and of the original build, and I was originally building here, and because it was right on the edge of a chunk border, I have chunk border resource open on this world for whatever reason. I was probably using it for slime block machines, but then well, I forgot to turn them off, I guess, and so I was building it here, and it wasn't working, so I thought, oh, might be just the chunk border, so I cloned it all the way over here, and it continued to not work, so that was a complete failure, and so I thought, oh, well, if I can't figure this out, then I'm gonna have to give up, and so I found another design, and that was equally as bad, and that's what I built here, and I tried to follow a horizontal quad piston extender tutorial and build it vertically, and as you can see, that did not really work too well. I swear everything's in the right place. It just doesn't work. It just as soon as it retracts, it goes all wrong, and I just don't know what happened to this one. And yeah, and well, I mean, the thing is, the original, oops, my bad. The original design worked flawlessly, apart from the concrete powder breaking because of the stuttering pistons, which I thought, you know what, it's an extension problem, so surely it would be easy to fix, right? And I went on, and I don't know what time of day it is at this point, but I've basically wasted my whole day on this, and I went down here to build the original design, as I probably should have from the beginning, because I don't know what I was thinking, just building it onto the actual model immediately before even testing the concept if it worked or not. And basically, I think if I can build the original here, well, what it was before I tweaked it, yeah, I built this here, the original structure, which instead of this thing which I added here, this little tower, what it had was a piston and observer, I think it goes here, and a block here. And what that allowed was Bedrock to do its thing and be incredibly inconsistent, and sometimes the piston extender, well, not the, what am I talking about? The observer would activate as well as one of these repeaters. So there was a chance that the wrong thing would extend and it would stutter if I could demonstrate right here. Nope, that was pretty perfect. We try that. There you, well, sort of. You can sort of see it. You want to go when the pistons go up and down, and that's just no good. Oh come on, it's not doing it anymore. I've just completely. Oh, there you go. You see, it's going up and down, and that would have broken anything on top of it that was affected by gravity. And so I thought, I have to fix this. And I literally had to. My last resort was taking a video of this and watching through it slow mo to see if I can identify the defect, and yeah, ended up it's this it activates this piston, and this activates something like this piston at the same time, and it's like it does bad things, and I fixed it now, so wonderful, wonderful, just brilliant. So, one door complete. I still have the other 3 piston extender door to do here, which hopefully, you know what? I'm not gonna build this anytime soon because I'm so busy these days. Today was just a complete. I don't know what compelled me to suddenly make piston doors, but I mean. At least something came out of it, right? I was hoping for the whole day that something would come out of this, and this always happens every single time I try to build redstone and like incorporate it into my world. Well, I think it's only happened twice, but when I was doing my elevator as well, I spent like a whole day just slaving over like iterations, different versions, and trying to troubleshoot and stuff. And for the entire day, it was just so frustrating. It seemed like I would never get the answer, but I kept on persisting. I just kept on trying to find the perfect elevator. And eventually, I ended up with something like this. I'm not sure if this is the actual model. This is still a bit broken because I don't know. Oh wait, no, it's because why is this here? I don't even know. But yeah, I literally spent the whole day trying to troubleshoot the stupid flying machine, and eventually I got it. And it's like it's basically like the biggest relief that you haven't spent like 12 hours of your day, well, basically your entire day, achieving nothing. And it's just the greatest feeling when you actually have something to show for all of all of the time you've spent on making the stuff that you're trying to make. And that was basically today. I was like, I was gonna waste the entire day and not even gonna have a end product by the end of the day, and it's just gonna be a complete waste of time. That is just what I'm like afraid of most. Like, if my concept doesn't even work at the beginning, like from the start, from the very start, it would just be a fluke and everything would just be a waste of time. That would just like completely crush me. Like, oh no, what a day it has been. But it's not happened yet, thankfully, and I was able to actually turn nothing into something. And this is brilliant. This is actually probably well, I wouldn't say my favorite redstone thing ever. I'm sure I could think of something else. But my favorite door, I give it that position of my favorite door I've ever made. And like it's in an interesting shape. And I know like with slime blocks and honey and stuff, you can make like crazy doors nowadays. But for what it is, for a gravity door, this is pretty innovative, and I quite like it. Look at how it opens and closes. Like I artificially timed all of this as well, so that oh wait, something's wrong here. Oh wait, no, I'm pretty sure it's just because yeah, no, you can't activate it and deactivate it like really quickly, because when the pistons are uh going back and you open this up, it's all gonna like crush. So that's not very good. But like look just how beautiful the opening and closing is. It's so well timed, and I'm surprised I got all of this fit into this just glob of redstone. I don't even okay. This is probably mumbo jumbo nightmare right now, but I read this. I can read this, and it's working. So as long as I can replicate this in some way in the actual world, then I think I'll do fine. But like I said, no, this is a productive video. So unfortunately, we're not going to be doing that today. We're actually going to be finishing off our little walk cycle here. Not that we can finish it. I mean, we do only have about the what's it in betweens now, so shouldn't be as hard as the lining, but that's still gonna be a pain, and isn't it? It's gonna be an actual, and also we can't do that yet because we still, oh, pardon me, have to make everything consistent because we haven't done that yet, and it would be just a complete waste of time if hold on, that's line 4. We're getting rid of sketch 4, right? Okay, is line 4 done, by the way? Yeah. As you could see, I made progress. I did stuff. But it wasn't off camera. No, I'll get on that in a second. Let me just get started before I. This is line 4. You are a fool. Okay, right. We need line 1 back down to where it was. There you are. And so these are the 4 frames. Okay, cool. I didn't actually draw in the claws because I don't know what I was doing in that video. Yeah. Is that all the Minecraft stuff over? Yeah, no. I think I'm gonna find a time to build all of that later. Maybe during the holidays or something. Basically, when I'm less busy, because I am just incredibly busy these days. I am just I'm feigning actual work. Well, not really feigning. I actually have things to do like this. Well, I just want to get this done as fast as possible, and spending a whole day doing basically nothing doesn't really help that. I mean, I did other stuff today, but it's all hopeless. Basically, whilst I don't know, designing my door, I was also on Egg Inc. trying to complete a contract, which actually it's about to complete, isn't it? Let me just check that I'm actually on track to complete this, because I don't want to have to spend the entire day trying to do this and it actually not have to, like, the reward is just, I don't know what I was thinking getting myself into this contract, because it is just pointless. I literally spent like 2,000 golden eggs worth of boosts. Oh, I completed it. Wonderful. I spent 2,000 worth of golden eggs on basically 3,000 golden egg rewards, so like not much profit. And the whole time I was watching videos, and I probably got like 3,000 worth of golden eggs in videos anyway. So it was just a bad idea completely. But whatever. We got our eggs. That's cool. All right. Like I said, my egg ink addiction persists. So that's just brilliant. That's just my life right now. Me having suddenly a bunch of things to do, and suddenly getting addicted to a bunch of things that stops me from doing that. So just wonderful. Just the thing to be doing right now. Just brilliant. But yeah, like I said, I did progress on this, you can see, but I did it on camera. Actually, I did it just on Friday, I think. Oh no, it was on Thursday. It was on Thursday night, and basically what I did, and this is a special coming up, all right. I'll probably upload it right after I upload this, because well, there's not really any point of holding it back, is it? Is there? Because I did another special. I did another a collab with my friend. Basically, 100 episodes ago, at episode 11, me and my friend Jake, we did a cool collab. We basically said, you know what, let's come on together and talk, and that was good fun, sorta. It was awful talk, because back then I didn't know anything about talking, but Jake did somehow. Jake was like an absolute god back then, and yeah, this time he's back, and we talked for like an entire 2 hours. It was insane how much we got up to, even though there was some awkward moments where we we literally had no clue what to say. But that's irrelevant, because generally it was good, and I really enjoyed it, and it's coming up just after this video. And yeah, I was doing this basically throughout. And I was surprised. I mean, half surprised that I only got 2 frames done, 2 frames lined during the whole an hour and 40 minutes. I feel. I think it was. But also surprised that I was actually able to get anything done, to be honest, during that entire time, because I don't know, I just don't. I never get anything done when talking. I feel like I've gotten better though. Maybe it's just because lining's easy, but um, I feel like just recently I've actually been making progress whilst talking, and that's basically the whole point of these talks. So that's a relief, I suppose. Oh yeah, no, I forgot to mention it is like right now, like nearly one. Oh no, not really. It's like 12 o'clock in the morning, basically. So I don't know. I might come off as a bit kooky, might be a bit loopy, tonight, which is what I sort of hoped for. I like it when these talks are a bit small, a bit less, I guess, bland, and just me sitting there actually having cognitive abilities, speaking like I know what I'm doing. Um, that's boring. So hopefully this makes for a bit better. I should just touch. I mean, it's been a long time, hasn't it? When of me just talking when I'm a bit out of it. I mean, I'm not out of it now. I'm just a bit, I don't know, talkative, I guess. I wonder why. But yeah, so I don't know. Maybe we could do more of these in the future, just at night talks. Maybe there could be a whole other genre. Maybe every other day, well, every other talk can be at night, and it'll be exciting. Like, oh, this week's a night talk. I'm gonna be loopy and crazy. Ooh, kooky. But no. That's just brilliant. But yeah. Whatever. So yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing that's happening. Me and Jake um, talking about stuff. It was good. It was good, and it's coming next. Like I said, about 10 times already. But yeah, so that was a cool thing. I just thought, it's a cool anniversary sort of thing. Like, even if my 100th anniversary was a bit trash, this could be my proper anniversary. So I just don't really think it really. Well, I really think it was a good idea. So yeah, that's cool. Apart from that, oh yeah, no. I had it on Thursday night because just yesterday I actually had a day off. I thought, because I have a day off on Friday, so um, yeah, I just allowed that to happen on Thursday night, because I didn't have to go to bed early. Because yeah, basically during the work week this week, well, last week. God, it's so insane. I literally have tomorrow off as well. This is just the beauty of having Fridays off. I'm considering switching my Wednesday breaks to Friday breaks, because this is just the life of luxury, really. But I still do treasure my 2-day work days, because that really does fill me with joy. But yeah, on Wednesday I actually had to go out on some installation stuff, and I actually like helped out pretty well. It was good. Um, but I was completely like, I nearly fell asleep halfway through because I was so tired. I was just like out of it, and I don't know. I guess I definitely didn't sleep well for the whole week, because I suck. I suck. I slept at like 5 in the morning. Not really, but I did sleep at 3 last night, which wasn't that good, which is sort of showing through my commentary at the moment. But well, I say but, well, I also woke up at 7 and decided, you know what, I might as well stay awake now, so that at night I sleep a bit earlier, and we're here at 12 now, so not really worked out too well for me. But I mean, even if I do go on for about an hour, it would still be better than, if I went to sleep at like 4 in the morning tonight now, because, well, an hour later would be 1, and 1 is a better time to go to sleep than 4, so well done me. Woo. But yeah, that was my work week. So, and like on Friday was also Easter. Like, I wasn't planning to I wasn't planning to go to work on Friday anyway, because I thought, it's a good time to just rest, because I didn't get my rest day. But like, it was also coincidentally Easter, so it's like a justified reason, I guess. Not that I wasn't justified in like not going on Friday, because I didn't get my break day, right? And I'm a busy man. I'm a busy man when I'm home, like playing Minecraft, making piston doors and stuff. Gosh, but really, I have a lot to do these days, and I'm completely ruining it because I'm doing that with my break days. But it's what it is. I mean, piston doors got to get built. Might as well be a time where you're extremely busy when you build it. But yeah, apart from that, it's really that. Yeah. So I say I'm busy these days, more than usual, even though I'm still on these animations because I actually have something new. I have something nice. I finished pretty much designing Rin and everything. I'm pretty sure I have, and uh, sort of got done with her whole character as a whole now, and I've moved on to something that I was planning on doing for the longest time. Well, not the longest time, but something that I've talked about on this channel before, and that is, oh, I'm so excited, tag interactive animation. And yeah, I've had to think about it, and I realized that I can actually do the whole sort of story. I could actually write out the whole thing in a document. Like I could just like open up Word or something. But Word is paid nowadays. I have no clue why. Did I remember on my old PC? I don't know if it was just pirated, but I'm pretty sure everybody had Word back then, and it wasn't like a dumb product because like why would you restrict documents from public use? Why would you do that? That is just evil. All right, we need our pages, and that's what I've been doing. I've been using pages, and it's been serving me real well. And so I was just able to write out not the whole thing, but I've sort of made a key, and also I've experimented on YouTube. I made the channel, and oh, I just realized this is completely wrong. Or is it? Where does the well? I mean, normally it doesn't work like that. Yeah, I've drawn this really weird, and like the paws don't actually like they're not where they're supposed to be at the right times. So, um, sorry. I don't know what I was doing when I sketched this up. I know what I was doing. I was going like, oh, it doesn't need to be perfect, and now it isn't, and I'm so confused as to what I'm supposed to follow here. You know what? I think I'm gonna make it so that where's the other one? So is the forepaw on the outside or the inside? I think I might make it on the inside. Sure. Jeez, but yeah. So just suddenly got a rush of inspiration of wanting to do tag, and so I just did it. But I like I really thought I had to. I don't know why I didn't like search it up in the beginning, but straight up I had to like open my laptop. I literally had to go on my laptop to try out like end screens and stuff. When it was quite easily like achieved on my iPad, I could have just like, what am I looking at? Okay, I see. Um, I could have just used this YouTube Studio on Safari and been able to access end screens and stuff. But I didn't know that. I literally I searched it up afterwards and found it out when that's probably what you should have done to prepare. But I did stuff on my laptop. I worked with the end screens and stuff. And something I found out, something interesting, was that end screens are like terrible. Well, not really. Like, don't give it that bad rap. But I thought it was going to be a lot better, like a lot more usable. But I found out something a lot better that I could use, and that's cards, video cards. I'm not sure what they're called, what their full thing is, but basically, it's those eye things that open up in the top right when a YouTuber suggests you watch a video or something. It goes and the video appears now, and yeah, the thing appears, and you can click on it and stuff. And I figured out that that is such a better mechanism to sort of do decisions with than end screens. And like that's what everybody uses now. And also it's quite on time because Markiplier's new pick your path story is out, and I didn't even mean it. I wasn't even like suddenly inspired by it. I literally just saw it in my. Well, I think I sort of knew. I sort of thought. I knew it was coming out at some point. Not that I don't follow Markiplier that much, but he is just prominent enough for me to know about what he's doing. So I thought I sort of knew he had a new thing coming out, but I had no clue what. And I just saw it in my recommendations one day, and I was like, oh yeah, he has that thing now, doesn't he? The thing that I'm trying to do right now. Um, so that's also a thing, but not not what we're focusing on right now. Yeah, but like I'm saying, every single pick your path video on YouTube just uses end screens, and they always feel like they're always like a proper pick your path story, like they go like, oh, okay, show you your story, and then you can go do this or that, and you can, yeah, that's just those are your choices. um but tag is going to be different. It's going to be a lot more game like. It's going to be like a lot more telltale than pick your path. Well, I mean, not quite. Well, I mean, pretty literally, because Telltale isn't a pick your path story producer, because, well, as we all know, their paths don't quite work very well. But mine's will, and it's going to be Telltale but better. Yes, they disbanded the studio so I could thrive. I just realized this is completely wrong. Why did I do this? No, this is wrong. This is not how their character works. I don't think so anyway. That's what I've seen, but I don't know. I'm just gonna have to make something up here. Um, yeah, so it's going to be like very game-like. It's going to have game mechanics. It's going to have like just actual skill sort of based decisions. Not quite, but it's sort of like you have to control the character instead of just picking a story that the character goes through. And I think that's really cool. And that can be very easily achieved with video cards, because right, you can literally make a d-pad with video cards, and you can make dialogue selections, even though it's, well, my thing is not really for dialogue, really. It's more of just experience sort of thing. um, but that's just an example that you could literally do anything with video cards as your like a pick a path tool. And I've never seen anyone do this either. Is use playlists as a tool to sort of like shift your story if you haven't reacted to anything. Like most pick a paths videos, when they end, oh well, the video's over. You gotta replay it to sort of see what's going on and try to pick your path. But in tag, in my copyright TM tag interactive animation, if you don't choose, it moves on to the next video. So if you don't choose it, you could be on a completely different story when you just fail to like react, I guess. And I think like that like improves the interactiveness of it twofold, tenfold, 800-fold. And that is just, I want to use YouTube to its limits. I want to turn YouTube into a game, and that is ambitious. But like, I love doing this. I love going, oh well, is this actually possible? Can I do this? Can I actually make something like this? It's absolutely possible. All right. It sounded a bit hard at first. I'm like, oh, 25. Oh god, this is completely wrong. 25 seconds to add in end screens. That's just not gonna work, right? Like, oh no, I have to do like 20 seconds of animation to just for a single like part of the story. That's gonna be hell, isn't it? But cards, you can put them in 1 second videos, I think. I don't actually know. I haven't tried that out yet. But I've put them in like 3 second, 10 second videos, and they just appear. They just come out, and it's so easy to use. Oh, God, but like this is the biggest fear for um the biggest threat of tag is YouTube changing like they did with annotations. God, I wish annotations were still a thing. But if they were, I'm pretty sure like stuff like tag would be a lot more prevalent, and I wouldn't be like a special person trying to make it, like making something new or anything. I'm pretty sure annotations were used for like cool pick your path adventure videos back then. But now it's a lot harder to make those, and tag is going to prove that. Well, it's going to prove that right, I guess, because I'm going to suffer trying to make this. I'm really looking forward to making it, but I can envision myself sitting there, like, noting down every single video I upload, trying to connect, trying to put in links in all the videos and try not to mess it all up, and it's just going to be a completely just tenuous process, and I'm not going to enjoy that very much. But the game, I think that would just be like, if nothing, it would hopefully still be very enjoyable. And this is wrong again. What have I done? Like, how? What? Hold on. I'm pretty sure, like, wait a minute. Oh, okay, right. I'm just super confused. Yeah, no, I don't know why. Like, I swear I've mastered pause already. I swear I've already been able to draw them, Like, in my sketch pages, like, I can do stuff fine, right? I draw stuff and I'm like, you know what, that's pretty fine. Yeah, I did all right on that. It doesn't look like complete trash. But as soon as I get to drawing, as soon as I get to drawing proper, everything just goes downhill. I don't get what I'm doing. Like, hold on. Like, what am I actually trying to do here? I don't know, mate. I don't know what I'm doing. Um, but like I don't know why. As soon as I'm drawing properly, like, all my skills go out the window, and I'm just like, what am I actually? Oh no! Don't draw like that, please. That is not nice. Um, and I don't know I don't know I don't know how to do anything anymore. Just suddenly I lose all my art skill and forget how to draw completely. So that's just a phenomenon that I've encountered. It's just a bit annoying, to be honest. Why can't I draw the things that I was able to draw perfectly when it wasn't serious, when it wasn't actually something that I was working hard on? Um, but it might just be me being trash at animating. But that's probably right, to be honest. Okay, are we good? Have we done the right thing? No, absolutely not. We are so bad at this. What am I doing? Um, but yeah, so I've been yeah, playing around with YouTube and its mechanics, and I think it could make a pretty good stuff. But like I was saying, no, I like to evaluate whether something's like possible or not for me. Like, oh, do I have the skill? Do I have the motivation? Is this going to happen? I think tag is absolutely going to happen. The only things I need to do in preparation is finish do background studies, basically. Not really finish, just work on backgrounds. Finally get my handle on drawing backgrounds, because I've still got like zero clue on how to do those, and I'm seeing artists online, and they literally draw backgrounds in like the default brush. They literally use a single brush to draw an entire background, and it looks fantastic. And I'm sitting there like, oh, I'm using my leaf brush. No, I don't use brushes, because that is a future handicap, but it is a current handicap, not being able to use brushes, because otherwise I'd have just like completely done stuff pretty well. But instead I have to use crappy, like, weird brushes, and try to make something out of it when I completely have no clue how things look. So I probably should figure that out in the first place before actually like trying to challenge myself in making things work using simple brushes. But yeah, so that's something I need to work on before I start, because it's going to be pretty background heavy. I'm not going to have my characters just flying around a void. That wouldn't make for a very nice game. I mean, it is going to be a pretty good display of my world building and my characters, and I haven't explained it at all, have I? No. I mean, you can sort of infer by the name tag, basically, but you don't know that I'm going to use my own characters. I'm going to put them on the front stage. I don't know if that's what you call it, and use them as my characters for tag. And so whoever's watching or playing will be playing as Chillis. So that's kind of cool, I think. I don't know if that's sort of risky. Like, oh, do you really want to, like, because he's sort of my quote unquote sonar. and I don't really want to. I don't know if like putting him out there as a playable character is a good idea, but I mean, like, I'm not gonna like go OCC on him, you know. I'm gonna like make all the choices like, oh well, what would Chillis do? Like, what's the sort of different things Chillis would do here? Not like, oh well, just you can suddenly turn Chillis into like a really cruel monster and he's completely out of character, but that's just a random choice because it is. Like, I want to make it like true to him so that you know you play as him, but you also understand things about him as you play. You know, I don't really know if that is like, I know like pick your path stories are always like, oh, you're the player, you are inserted into this world, and me putting Chillis in the world kind of ruins it. But I think it'll be fine, you know, as long as people are invested in the Chillis character, then it should be all right. And I don't know if I'm allowed that to happen, but it's hopefully it's something. So can I actually pull up the tag pages I've got right now? I don't know if that's actually capable. Oh, here we are. Oh dear, that's not good. Yeah, here we are. Basically, if I haven't really explained it too well here, you can sort of see. Um, Chillis in amp tag game, and yeah, this is how I'm going to write out the whole thing. Spoiler alert, sorry. um, basically, I'm going to make it so that like it's basically like a code for every single path. And but I got halfway and realized that I can't just like write out the entire story by just keeping on going with the with the path, like, oh, what do they do next, and I just make it up. I realized that I have to actually write a story first before I actually like write out the actual things that they're going to be doing, like and the branches and stuff. So it's just yeah, I was a bit gung ho coming into this, and just started. But like I was so hyped that I could actually make something out of this. Like, look at the key, dude. The key makes me so hyped for some reason. Like, because I just think it could work. Well, I just know it will work. Like, I'm gonna be able to write a code with the key, and like I'm gonna be able to navigate literal document with paths and everything. I just think it's insane to me because I thought I had to get something crazy like lucid chart or something, and like like build my story in Minecraft or something to be able to visualize like the branches and stuff. But like I could literally just write it down. It's insane. Well, I mean, this is probably like a common sort of technique for pick your path writers. Like um, they probably already do this and are like, oh yeah, of course. But like I figured this out myself. Come on. I thought, okay, right, we could totally just use these letters and symbols as a way to yeah, get stuff going. And I guess well, I could read out the start. You're in a city, and I'm so happy about the start because I didn't really know where it was going. I didn't really think that well about it. Originally, it was going to be like a bit like a sort of like a, I don't know. It's like a display of audio, which is going to be a weird like amp. It was gonna be weird because it was like a game of tag, but it wasn't spontaneous. It was like, oh, they decided to start playing a game of tag, and Chillis was counting down from 10 or something, and wasn't that good. But now, it's better. So you are Chillis, and you're with Amp. You're in the city. Amp initiates the game by tapping you while yelling tag and flying off. And but obviously, well, not obviously, but I'm not gonna have voices. I'm just gonna have lip syncs, like I said in one of my past videos. That's gonna be my style. I'm not gonna have like voice actors come on and stuff because that's one, a lot of work. Two, probably not necessary. I'm just gonna have them lip sync what they're saying because it just feels like it feels a lot more uh like nice. And like I feel like voices will ruin it anyway. Like I could totally, you know, like this is my idea. I could just voice all the characters, use a voice changer. That's completely possible. I think that's a easy way of just voicing all my characters and getting their voices right. Um, but just for the aesthetic, I just like to have it like I want the whole thing to be ambient noise plus like voice lip syncs, and
I just feel like that would be a lot better. Like they're not gonna be saying it's not dialogue heavy, you know. It's a game of tag. What are they gonna be saying? Um, but like I'm not gonna make their dialogue super like important anyway. Like well I'll try not to. But like some branches might have maybe subtitles or something to sort of clear up some stuff, just because you know it's not like it's advertised as a game of tag, but you could totally stray off of it at any point and start on a completely different adventure, and that's just exciting to me that this is literally infinite possibilities. Oh no, what have I done? um, but yeah, so that's the first. That's like what. That's when you click on the video in the on the main channel, and once you pick a path from here, it goes onto the second channel. It goes onto its own channel because I don't want because I'm expecting this to have at least maybe 100, maybe more, maybe thousands of videos because I want to make like really like I want to make like Undertale style stuff. I want to make Undertale type game on YouTube, and like that's just like I think it's pretty cool. But I need a lot of videos for that, Like you could be clicking on the same video, but they'd lead to different different video, different like URLs because I'd be able to like link like past decisions with ones in the future, and you could like it could be like a two similar paths, but like at the end you get different decisions based on what you've chosen before, if that makes any sense. But I just think like it's going to be a lot of videos, and so I don't want that all just to be on my main channel, and it's going to be a progressive thing. I'm not going to just like upload it, it's one story with some endings and it's over, because that's sort of what I thought about that's sort of the joys of making something sort of small but also huge like this, is that you can add to it. You can like as soon as you want to do something new, just find a place where you can branch off. um, I'm probably gonna like prepare a few branching off positions where like just suddenly XD random something happens and you could choose to go that way, and it's a completely different adventure, and like just like I can work on this stuff in my leisure time, well, once I actually know how to animate, and animating is a leisure activity for me and not completely frustrating. I could do all that just like for fun, and also just advance the story further and make like even more adventures and stuff, just completely expand it to infinity, and I think it would be, yeah, a bit easier to manage when it's on like a different channel, rather than just all of it being on my main channel, and I have to sift through like piles of like tag videos to get to like one of my videos that I actually uploaded to check it or something. That would be a bit annoying, so that's why I'm having two channels, and I think that would be like a cool flex as well. Like, oh my god, this guy's created a different channel just for this game. This is going to be big. I think that would sort of give off a statement like that. But yeah. Continue. So we have a chase amp option and a tutorial option. This can be for with an end screen because it is a important choice. Yeah, the keys, numbers, choices made, path change, A, B, end screen, important choice, A, B, C, D card, casual choice. A, B, C, D, impulse choice. I'll explain that later. P, path change by playlist, and so that's and well, asterisk merge paths, which is basically when something like goes backwards. So, well, when a story goes into another story that's on another path. I just use an asterisk to sort of signify that because it's a bit easier. And so yeah, this one can just be. Although I don't know how I'm supposed to do like 25 seconds of this though, because it's literally just you're in the city, and Amp tags you and runs away, and I'm supposed to animate that for 25 seconds, and at the end give you a end screen option of where to go. But like, okay, no, well, back to my point of is this actually possible? Yeah. Um. So, well, background. Audio design. I need to actually be able to make the ambient noises in the background because, well, I don't want to like go onto YouTube search ambient park noise and add that in because that would just be a bit embarrassing. But That's also something. I need an animation style. I don't want to like make it completely. I don't want to make like a completely detailed style and then have to replicate it in the future because I hope this whole thing's going to be like a sort of fluid. I don't want to. I don't want to take like huge turns in this. I'm gonna hope that it's going to be like a bit more like of a whole thing rather than bits and pieces of a whole thing. Yeah, I don't know if I'm like making sense here, but I'm hoping to basically have a single animation style throughout, and hopefully I can make a pretty simple one and be able to do it with ease. Because if I can't, then well, it's a bit of a problem when I want to make new ones, but I'm not really wanting to dedicate tons of time into making detailed stuff. So yeah, animation style, and that's really it. And writing a story basically. And that's all things that can absolutely happen in the future, and I can do it. I can make the whole thing. And that'd be, yeah, that's good. But no, also it's been made a lot easier by cards because, yeah, like I said, they could be added in any length of video. So I could make like a 3-second animation, and it could be a choice or something, and it wouldn't really matter that much. So like, yeah, that's easy. I think. God, it's still gonna add up to like hours and hours of animation just for hours and hours, really. Like that's more than a short film. Yeah, that is a bit crazy to think about, but hopefully the animation style sort of covers it, and I don't have to. I can be like Teleporter, the guy who always gets recommended to me nowadays for some reason, and like do a new animation every single day or something. But like even when he does a new animation every single day, like they're pretty like I don't know if it's just low effort or they were like. Well, I'm not calling them low effort. They just don't seem like they would have taken a long time, but I don't know if they did. That's the thing. So if if they are like a big thing in his schedule every single day, then I don't know. I might be struggling a bit making hundreds and hundreds of uh, animations as paths just in a game. I might have to get some help for that one. But yeah, I still think like even if it's not going to be as big as I envision it, it's still going to be a thing. I could still like make what it's supposed to feel like, and it would work. So I don't care, whatever. So first options: chase amp, B tutorial, because no one really knows like how YouTube works. Not everyone knows how YouTube works, and yeah, you might need well, and like some things in this game would actually I guess confuse. I don't know, maybe I'm not giving the audience enough credit, but it's something that you could choose. You could choose to see like what it's about and stuff, how you can sort of actually play this, because I don't want people like navigating it like they don't know what they're doing, because it is different to a normal pick your path YouTube video story. So yeah, people might need to know what they're doing. And so you either fly after Amp and are on his tail as he pulls away, because Julius is canonically slower than Amp. Sad days, but that's just sort of like a sort of world thing. That's the beginning of the story, I suppose. And the other choice would be, yeah, the tutorial, and it shows you everything. Um, and it actually is canonical to the story that you went through a tutorial. Originally, I was going to make it like, oh, you could take the tutorial and you could take the tutorial again and again and again and again, and eventually you'd end up like at night. That was a dumb idea. But now, if you take the tutorial, Amp comes back because, you're just standing there like, I don't know, like clicking on buttons or something. And he's like, oh, why? And he's like, why aren't you coming to tag me or something? He's not saying that. He's just sort of coming back confused and stuff. And there, you'd get a impulse. What are they called? An impulse choice, where basically, so those things are, uh, so it's in a playlist basically. You click on a choice and it goes into a playlist where uh, a video in the playlist would be like 3 seconds long, and in that 3 seconds you have to click on the card that appears on the top right and click on the video that the card comes in. I mean, like all of this stuff is based on like if the audience is actually willing to play it for fun. Like if you just want it for the story and you want to like find stuff out, like it's not gonna work that well because just pause the video and you could just go through all of this yourself. And that was also a sort of thing I was sort of worried about because on mobile and on PC, well on the web version, uh, the stuff works differently. So like cards on mobile, if you click it, it just like stays there until like I don't know. I don't think it even goes away once like the next video in the playlist plays. So on mobile, all you have to do really is click the top right. Um, but on the web version, you have to click on the suggested video and the video that shows up because as soon as the next video plays, um, yeah, the stuff you clicked on is gone. So that's a bit of an issue. I'm just gonna like sort of cater to the web version because well, I don't. It doesn't really matter like as a whole whether this game works or not. It's not really about skill. It's mostly about oh, this is a cool thing. Oh, you have to react fast for this. That's kind of cool. Well, it's the idea that you have to react fast for this, even if it doesn't work because YouTube's weird on different platforms. Um, and that's kind of cool anyway. So, like, you sort of get the idea of what it's supposed to be, even if it doesn't work that well. But I don't really mind that. So, yeah, you get a impulse choice basically in a 3 second video where it pops up. You have to click it very fast, where you can tag amp back and like as in like you've baited him here and you just like tag him and fly off and that's like I don't know why that's an impulse choice. I feel like that could probably be like whatever, you could just do that like if you want anyway, but it is, and I think that's a good introduction to like the B side because um you have the A side, which is just the normal story where you chase Amp and then the story starts and then, normal stuff happen. I feel like the B side should have like a lot more interesting things. Well, not a lot more, just like be a bit more interesting because you reacted fast for the impulse choice. Like it's like your reaction time has changed the way that the game is now played. And I was gonna do that. I was gonna do like a sort of weird version. Like if you like there's gonna like if you're getting chased or something in tag and there's going to be a series of videos where you have to react fast to go to the next fast reacting section, and you have to react fast again and again and again, and then you enter into the hard mode of the game where all of the videos that you click on now are like 3 seconds long, and it's like all impulse reactions, and you have to go through the story that way, and that's like a hard mode of the story. But that's not gonna happen. There's no way I'm making all of that. There's no way I'm putting down links after links after links just for a stupid mode of the story. I can't. All right, like even if it's like weirdly meditative, it's gonna just take up way too much time, and yeah, it's a cool idea, but I recognize that it's probably not going to happen, but it's an option, it's a thing that could happen, um, but yeah, so yeah, B side is going to be just a bit more cool, I suppose, when you go in. So like the whole thing is like if you like small choices like shift the whole story. It's like Telltale's like ideology, but actual. I don't know how much it would shift anyway though, because like I'm just a guy. I don't even have that many friends, and especially those that can actually animate, and so I'm probably not gonna be able to actually do much, and so I'll do what I can though. I'll try to make some cool endings. I like endings are sort of weird for me. Like how do you end a pick a path? Like is it just death? I have such a funny idea for one of the choices. Spoiler alert. I don't know how I'm going to implement this, but it has to be a thing. Okay. Um, basically at some point something's falling above you and well above Chillis, and there's an impulse choice that comes up, and people who are fast they go like oh quickly click on that and you click on okay, so basically the thumbnails for the choices they're going to be like for the what's it card choices, they're going to have like arrows and stuff to indicate like which way you go, and you can like pick on the side of the screen, just like the arrows to to select your direction basically. And I think that's a cool way to use like a D-pad, you know, like you're literally like using a D-pad in a game, but you're like clicking on the stuff. I guess it's point and click, isn't it? It's point and click adventure. I don't really know how that works though. But yeah, like they would come up with a impulse choice where you have to quickly click it to like sidestep to theoretically avoid the object, but it just redirects you into a into like an ending where you sidestep like nonchalantly, and then the object just falls on you and kills you. Oh, poor chillers. But I just think it would be the most hilarious thing for fast reactors, like people who think like all fast reactions are like good options, like, and you click on that and you just die. I just think that would be the funniest choice in like the entire, and like surely like I don't know, I'm sort of between like hiding really hidden Easter eggs and stuff like really deep in the story, but like I'm also like sort of wary that people are just not going to find it. I mean, with internet stuff, if it's big, like people are just going to find it. I know that, but I don't. That's the thing. I don't know if this is going to be big. I'm assuming it's going to pull like a decent amount. I feel like at worst 1,000 people are going to play this, but I feel like if 1,000 people have, surely more would sort of know about it and suddenly. Like, because it's going to be high effort, you know, and in the coming video where I talked to Jake, I said, yeah, I feel like any high effort thing that goes on YouTube just has to be sort of recognized because, well, I mean, like, it's not exactly guaranteed, but like, it's like I always said, confirmation bias or whatever it's called. Basically, when the planes that go to war come back, and people see like the parts that been shot most, but it's the reason that they came back in the first place. Like all the stuff you see on YouTube is the stuff that have actually been seen, that I've actually gained traction, and you don't really see the ones that don't really aren't really sort of paid attention to. So maybe there's hidden gems on YouTube. Maybe tag interactive animation's already a thing on YouTube, and it's like the greatest thing ever. But no one's just seen it, and I haven't seen it, and it would just be a terrible idea for me to do this. But I just feel like, as long as some people who are really interested in interactive animation, as long as they see this. Oh, I searched up interactive animation once before, and like the first video that showed up had like 2,000 views. That's a bit worrying, but like if I make this good, if I put in effort in this and make it really like easy to use and fun to play, I feel like word would get around and people would actually like come around and see what it's all about, and hopefully YouTube will catch wind of it and actually recommend it to people, even though it's like sort of, I don't know, like exploiting their tools, exploiting their asset. I don't know. It's not like I'm not like destroying YouTube to make a game. I'm just using what they've given me to sort of do something funny, I think. And that's basically the whole point of this, is to just sort of push the limits of YouTube. Try to get things cool to work. I mean, video production's like cool, but it's not as cool as using YouTube like not how it's meant to be used, and like completely turning it on its head and making like cool stuff. But are we still gonna talk about this? Oh yeah, no. Well, after like if you don't react to the impulse choice where you suddenly tag Amp and run away, Amp just it switches to the next video in the playlist where Amp just tags you, and it goes back to the original route. And yeah, I think that could work. I think honestly, I don't know if the logistics of this would well, I don't know the logistics of this. I don't know if it work in action. I think I need to upload a few more test videos to be able to like switch between stuff and try to like replicate what I have here, but like not do the animation yet because I'm not capable, and also because it's probably gonna be trash. Yeah, it's gonna be a problem. I'm gonna have to like choose like or I'm either gonna have to choose a really good time for me to start like doing this, like so that my animation doesn't like look trash and then just like slowly get better as the story goes on. But or I'd have to just grind my animation skills and make like stuff really good as soon as possible and be able to start doing this because I don't really want to draw stuff that looks bad and have it as the beginning of this incredible sort of project. And that just, yeah, that would be good, but I also don't know when that is a good time. Maybe like halfway through my 20s this could be a thing. Am I giving myself enough credit? No, I shouldn't even give myself that much credit. Because I have so much potential. All right, I've realized that my ideas. I mean, this might be giving myself a bit too much credit, but I feel like my ideas, my ideology, my just like hopes and dreams. I feel like they could result in crazy things. I feel like they could be like amazing if fulfilled. But I'm also here building Minecraft sand doors for entire days and being addicted to an egg game on mobile. Like it's wasted potential, really. I don't know, man. If only I had discipline like at all, um, then I feel like I'd actually actually be able to fulfill some of the stuff that I wish for. I mean, I feel like I'd still be able to do it. It would just be a bit slow. Yeah, I'd just be a bit slow at it. So saying that, I haven't actually done any adjustments to this. How do I? Okay, so well, I can see here that this chest is just completely bulging. We cannot have this. Notices your bulging chest because it's not meant to be this large and round. Um, so I don't really know how I could fix that though. I guess I just have to sort of look at the lines of the other frames, but I have to get one frame, right? I have to like look at a single. Oh, done that. What have I done that for? What an idiot. I have to just look at one frame and sort of decide that that's the frame that we're going to sort of reference off of, because otherwise I'm just going to be referencing like there's going to be like a split. There's going to be two different styles of drawing here, and like halfway through the animation, like 4 frames in, and the other 4 frames is just completely different. That'd be a bit awkward, but hopefully that's not gonna happen. Yeah, this is weird and wrong. I don't know what I'm doing. Um, but yeah, hopefully I can just make it a bit more consistent. Gosh, when I see consistent animation, I'm like baffled. How do people do it? Like literally 3D animation style 2D. I just can't. I can't fathom it because they just like insane shapes. I don't know how they do it. Do they like simplify it into like I don't know, like just like a stick or something? Do they like model it in 3D animation softwares and then like trace it into their 2D animation? That's what I do. But like it's just insane how like just not like at all, not a single bit of proportions get ruined or anything. It's just insane. I can't fathom how people like get on with that. I don't know. I don't understand how that works. But yeah. Is that my goal? Is that a reasonable goal? I mean, it's a good goal, but is it reasonable? Is it achievable? Oh dear, I don't know, mate. I'm gonna have to wait and see, and hopefully, I will at least fulfill half of it, if not, um, make a make at least a bit of an animation thing. But I mean, my animation's like it's not quite smooth, but it has the sort of principles, I suppose. Not really though. Oh. Do we have to? What do we do here? What do we exactly do here? Okay, I feel like I just uh, sketch it to, well, trace the other thing to where it should be, and then maybe like try to, I don't know, like, because these are key frames. I can't be like, I need to be like referencing off like different like references, and it's weird. Reference points. I don't really get how I'm supposed to do this. Oh man. Oh God, my voice is starting to hurt. Has it been an hour yet? I feel like going to sleep at some point. But yeah, still on my Rarw craze. Literally, like, I chose the new songs this week, but I haven't even removed the old songs from my new songs playlist yet because I haven't listened to them. All I've listened to in the past week is Rarw because I don't know. He's just like an insane producer, and I can't stop listening to his happy hardcore. Like nothing else suffices anymore. I'm scrolling through my playlists, like nothing interests me, and I just have to listen to more Cyril. I can't believe him. He's literally given me an addiction, and I can't enjoy any other music anymore. Just sad. But what can you do? It's Cyril music. Oh, I just realized like, oh wait, no, whatever. It's gonna like think about how this character would walk in 3D, but that's just not what we're doing here. Well, we probably would have been able to figure that out if I had been able to, well, practice for the past 3 months instead of draw this and go to work and stuff. I mean, to be fair, I have like done this like pretty quickly. Like, wasn't it just like 2 weeks ago when it started to come back to sketching this, and now I'm actually like halfway through the lining. I mean, it's 2 weeks is like still pretty long, but judging by like, well, I had to go to work every day and come home quite late, so I wasn't even able to do a lot of this. But like the thing is, I was if like that time added up is still a lot done. And I never realized that. I never think, oh well, if I do this tonight and this tomorrow, then this thing could literally be done. I always sit there going like, I don't have enough time. Don't have enough time. I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna start doing this, and then I'm gonna run out of time. And do nothing, and that's just a complete waste of time. I hate it. I hate it. But it's still good that at least I am making progress now, and not completely right. Okay, hold on. If I just like scroll through this very slowly, I will be able to see um, the inaccuracies, wouldn't I? I mean, okay, it's not quite an animation, but hopefully I would still be able to. Yeah, I can see some four-leg shenanigans going on there. Back is a bit strange. The tail, especially, yeah, the tail's not really swishing right. Um, the wing needs to be a bit. The wing at some points needs to stop stuttering and stuff like those pistons. That was really annoying. But like overall, like even the head, even the weird like emu moving head sorta is fine, I think. I am like I'm not just gonna copy paste the head the whole time. I'm gonna swing these ornaments ornaments ear ornaments. I don't know what earrings I don't know. And I'll sway the hair a bit because I uh, can. Well, because it would probably make for a bit of a better animation than something rubbish. But overall, okay, no, this wing is dithering a lot. What does dithering mean? I don't know, but it sounds like trembling. I don't know, but it's yeah, wobbling quite a bit, and I need to fix that. So, yeah, guess I didn't even do that this video. How long's it been? How long have I recorded for? Um, just oh God, an hour and 14 minutes. Ah, time goes quick, doesn't it? But yeah, it's not a bad talk tonight, I reckon, if I were to save so much. Oh, yeah, no, I forgot to tell you guys. I'm addicted to Critical Ops again. Well, but not really. I'm addicted, not again, because I just stopped the addiction, I think. Well, I played a game of Ranked, just like last night, for no good reason. Um, and that was awful because my ping was bad, but I still got top frag and carried my team, even though we lost, because that's just how my ranked games go. But yeah, I'm actually playing like now, and it's actually quite fun, and that is bad because that is more things to distract me from what is actually needed to be done. But I don't mind. It's well, no, I do mind. I'm spending like 2 hours to like 4 hours on it at night, and that is just not good. So time to stop that. Time to not be spending my time on group ops, and also even though I've completed one of my duels now, I'm not going to be doing that until like sometime later because well, I got a lot to do these days, so yeah. Hopefully we can hold back on that until we finish our hard work. Oh yeah, also no, I forgot I was gonna actually show you guys my my sketchbook. Yeah, I've been also world building quite a bit, or not quite a bit. I've realized that if I'm going to make the tag animation, I'm gonna have to like figure out their sort of setting, because I really like this has just been a thing that's I've been struggling with all the time, the entire time of me world building. Like this has never been a set thing, which is quite ironic because it's called the setting. Um, and I've never really figured out what is the background of my characters, and I just don't really know just how I can yeah, sort of represent their environment well. And nowadays, well, now, just the past few days, I've been sort of thinking about it, like, oh, what would their towns look like? What would they do in them? And how they would, like, sort of make them. And okay, so a few days ago, I figured out just how dragons could make like good towns, because dragons can't build. They don't have cranes. They can't just like start putting stuff together like houses and stuff. That would just be silly. But they do have, what are they called? Colossal elements. Oh yeah, God, the elements are actually quite cool sounding now. I actually kind of want to use them as opposed to back then when they sounded stupid. But yeah, still haven't figured out like some of them yet. Electrical still sounds a bit dumb, but I don't know. It's so hard to. Um, ooh, oh, actually, no, 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 no. I was going to. Okay, so I had a good idea for um for the water element. Well, it was a bad idea. I was gonna name it torrential because of rain and stuff. But that could work for electrical, couldn't it? That could work for electric element, because torrential is like a lashing of the element. And it's not like a literal thing, because I don't want literal things anymore. Also I realized fractal has nothing to do with ice, so that's probably not gonna work. naming my naming my ice element after maths, just genius. But it's sort of snowflakes and stuff. Who cares though? Yeah, torrential works well for electricity because it's more of the feeling of electricity than the electrical itself. So torrential could work. Yeah, I found another use for it. Good. But I still got some others that I still haven't figured out. Like actually, what else do I have? Well, ice and that's really it. Time, maybe. Eternal. Eternals are alright. Soul. Spiritual. Spiritual is a bit on the nose, so I might have to change that. But no. Back to world building. They have colossal dragons. God, straight off topic there. But they basically carve buildings out of mountains, and I sort of got this inspiration from Stampy's 20 block challenge, because he carved like an entire entire like mansion out of a mountain, and I thought, dragons can do that. Why not? Because they can't build, so but they can destroy. They can just build out of uh, destroying the mountain. And I mean, the dragons used to be like a really eco-friendly sort of race that I made up, but now it's just like whatever. They just try to live. They just live their lives. And so yeah, basically, they carve out a mountain and make like huge towns in them. Well, basically they like dig into the ground to make their housing, and just dig around everywhere else so the ground is flat. It's like ancient civilizations, but a bit more advanced. And yeah, this is just sort of like a representation. This is what I've been trying to do. I just I I don't know how to plan like those kingdom sort of um what's it, drawings, where like the castle's like there's a great big centerpiece, and everything around it's just really balanced and lovely looking. I don't know how to do that, hence why this looks stupid, but it's what the mountain allows us. I made a weird I don't know what you call this, a what's it, uh elevation map. I don't really know what it's called. Basically like a grid of the mountain, and it looks quite nice. And I basically based the sort of buildings off that. So the buildings are all just going to be the mountain. but like up here it's just going to be the mountain. This could be nice and lush and stuff. But like these are huge, you know, like these are the buildings, and these are like I guess uh hives. I don't know. I don't really know. Like just like I don't know like just exactly what sort of architecture I'd go for because like they're dragons, you know. What they I feel like making stuff like sort of cave-like, you know, like because dragons live in caves traditionally, so maybe making the buildings resemble caves might be good. Oh, like having stalactites and stuff, like forming buildings. I feel like that would actually work really nice. Ooh, it's giving me ideas. But we'll figure that out later. Just I really need a background for tag, and I don't know just what I'm supposed to do yet, but I'm figuring that out right now, and hopefully it's going to amount to something. So yeah, that's my world building ramble over. I think nothing else has really changed. So Coolios. Time to let's go to sleep and wake up really late in the morning because I don't know how to do anything anymore. Oh dear.